Hi guys, it's James Alex Flint, and welcome to my Vampire class guide. So this is aimed at players if you want to side with the vampires in the Dawnguard DLC. Just keep listening and I'll tell you everything you need to know. So I'm going to talk about the best race, the best skill trees, the best perks to use, and other things as well. In Dawnguard, the main addition is the Vampire Lord transformation, and as a vampire class, you will be transforming in and out of this Vampire Lord form all the time. And you want to use your Life Drain spell as much as you can, because it's that spell that when you kill something gives you perks in the Vampire Lord tree. And as you get perks, you pretty much just want to get every perk in the Vampire Lord tree because you will be using it frequently and all the perks are really good and beneficial. But just to pick a few out, because this is a guide, you probably will want to get Poison Talons if you prefer fighting as the beasts do, so like melee combat. Vampiric Grip is another good one. That allows you to pick up people and you might be able to throw them off the edge of a cliff or something, so that's really useful. But if you're using that, it uses quite a lot of magicka, so you probably want to get Unearthly Will, which reduces the cost of that. So I'll talk about the best race to pick. And there really is one that stands above the rest, and that is the Dunmer, or Dark Elf. And the reason it's much better is because it has a plus 50% resistance to fire. Now this is important because as a vampire, in Dawnguard, when you're at stage 4 vampirism, you have a 50% weakness to fire. So when you are a Dark Elf, this completely negates that. So that weakness to fire is completely ignored, you're back to normal. So that's really great. So as a vampire in Dawnguard, the main skills you should be using are Sneak, One-Handed, and Illusion. So essentially, if you want to compare this with anything, we're going for quite a kind of spell sword type of character. So as for kind of minor skills, it's really up to you how you want to play as your vampire. You could go into this destruction tree if you want to be more magey and use your magicka a bit more. Or you could choose the archery tree and do a lot more sneak attacks with a bow. Either options are viable, but it's really just up to you. So in this build I'm about to describe, you need to be at least level 14. So at this level you want to focus on your three main skills, One-Handed, Sneak and Illusion. As you progress to higher levels, you may then want to invest some more points in other minor skills, and I'll talk about those later. So we'll start with the Illusion tree, and you pretty much want to get all of the perks within this tree. But obviously at level 14, or whenever you start the Dawnguard DLC, you won't be able to get all the perks, but just kind of work your way up all the branches evenly. They all offer benefits, and they're all good perks. One perk to point out is the Quiet Casting, which basically allows you to cast spells without being detected, so it silences your spells if you like. This is important because you can be very stealthy and then cast Frenzy, for example, on a Falmer, and it will start attacking its friends, and then you can just wait it out and finish the last one standing with your sneak attack. For the One-Handed skill tree, you need to be at least skill level 40, and at level 14 you just want to put 3 perks or 3 points into Armsman. If you want to be a more aggressive combat and melee vampire as opposed to a stealthy vampire, then just feel free to add more perks here. And now on to Sneak. This is going to be your main focus really. You're going to put more of your points in this tree, so we are going for a very kind of stealthy vampire. At level 14, you want to put 3 points into the Stealth perk. That makes you 30% harder to detect. You then want to put 1 perk in Muffled Movement, 1 perk in Backstab, 1 perk in Deadly Aim, and 1 perk in Assassin's Blade. And that will just allow you to sneak up to them and then do a lot of damage with your daggers. So that's major skills covered and all the important perks picked out. I'll now talk a bit about the other minor skills that you might want to invest in as you become a higher level. Again, as I said, it's really up to you. There's not that much advantage between each group, but you could go down the archery route. We already have a perk in Sneak that buffs our archery skill when we're sneaking, so you could go down that route. You could also go for the Destruction Magic, and we have the Illusion perk that allows you to cast silently, so you can do these stealth destruction spells. Something also to consider investing in is the Restoration Tree. The reason behind this is for two perks, and the first one that you probably want to get, after getting Novice Restoration, you want to invest 2 points in the Recovery perk, and that allows your magicka to regenerate 50% faster. Now, as a vampire, in the sunlight, you don't regenerate health, magicka, or stamina. However, if you get this perk, or any other items that increase your magicka regeneration rate, you do still regenerate magicka, or health, or stamina, whichever one it applies to. So this gives you a lot more flexibility, allowing you to fight in the sunlight. You're still weakened, but not completely crippled. Another perk you might want to get in the restoration tree is Necromage. This is really useful because it says all spells are more effective against undead, and you are undead, you are a vampire, so all active effects on you are improved, and I think it's 25%, even the beneficial ones. If you wanted to go more down the restoration tree, you can end up healing yourself, and you'd heal yourself more because you're a vampire, because you're undead. As for which standing stone to use, I'd recommend the Lady Stone, and this is because it allows your stamina to regenerate and health to regenerate 25% faster. This again gives you more flexibility, like I talked about before, allowing you to fight in the sunlight while still regenerating some health and some stamina. Well, that's pretty much it. But just remember, there's no right way to play this kind of build. You can always just play how you want to, but the key thing is just to enjoy it. Well, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please remember to like, comment, or subscribe. Thanks for your support, and I'll see you next time.